Welcome to AI Daily for Friday, July 17th, 2026. This final edition covers the full calendar day in Singapore time. Kimi K3 went live as a 2.8 trillion parameter model with open weights promised later this month. Google made research and search more active work surfaces. Databricks announced strategic funding at a $1-180-8 billion valuation. Coding agents improved parallel work. AWS expanded its enterprise agent stack. And China linked a new global AI governance body to training and public infrastructure commitments. The signal is clear. AI products are moving from answering toward executing, while institutions and capital are taking shape around them. Here are 7 stories that matter. Moonshot AI has introduced the Kimi K3, a 2.8 trillion parameter mixture of experts model with native vision and a 1 million token context window. Kimi positions it for long horizon coding, knowledge work, and reasoning, and says it is available through its products, coding tool, and API. The scale jump uses Kimi delta attention and attention residuals. K3 also uses stable latent OE, activating 16 of 896 experts. Kimi says the combined architectural and training changes deliver roughly 2.5 times KR's overall scaling efficiency. Only max reasoning effort is available now. Low and high effort modes are planned. Kimi's benchmark table reports 42.0 on SWE Marathon and 56.0 on the full Humanities Last Exam with tools, although comparison harnesses vary. On the artificial analysis page observed at 8:05 p.m. Singapore time, K3 scored 57 on Intelligence Index version 4.1 and ran at 62 output tokens per second through Kimi's API. For builders, the practical package matters more than parameter count. A million token context window, vision, tool calling, structured output, and automatic context catching. Pricing is 30 cents per million cache hit input tokens, $3 for cache miss input, and $15 for output. Kimi's own comparison table shows K3 trailing the strongest proprietary models on several benchmarks, and the table mixes agent harnesses. More importantly, full model weights are promised by July 27th. They are not available today. This is currently a product and API launch, not an open weights delivery. Google is renaming Notebook LM to Gemini Notebook while keeping it a standalone research product. More consequentially, notebooks are gaining secure cloud computers that can write and run code while staying grounded in user-provided sources. Code execution moves the notebook beyond reading and synthesis into data analysis. It is available to AI Ultra users and qualifying workspace business customers, with all pro web users scheduled over the coming weeks. Google reports more than 30 million users and over 600,000 organizations. Notebooks already sync with the Gemini app, and an AI mode integration is planned. This narrows the gap between collecting evidence and computing with it. Sources and analysis can share one workspace, then eventually move across Google's Assistant and search surfaces without rebuilding context. The rename is immediate, but access is staggered. Code execution is not universal, and search integration is still coming soon, so availability depends on plan and product surface. Google is connecting apps and services to AI mode in search. The initial rollout links Instacart, Canva, and YouTube Music, letting a search conversation initiate shopping, design, and playlist tasks. A barbecue plan can add ingredients to an Instacart cart. A design request can surface Canva templates, and a music prompt can save a YouTube Music playlist. AI mode becomes a coordination layer over partner actions. Google says rollout starts this week in the United States. Instacart checkout still moves to its app or website, and more partners are planned. This is a practical consumer agent pattern. Keep intent and planning in one conversation, then pass structured work to specialist services. Search gains the ability to act, while partners retain their systems and transactions. Scope is narrow. A phased United States rollout, 3 named services, and linked accounts. Some completion steps remain outside search, and Google does not announce broad international availability. Databricks signed a term sheet for strategic funding at a $1-180-8 billion valuation. Existing investor Coatue is leading the round, which Databricks expects to close later this summer. The company says the capital will accelerate its multi-AI strategy, including Unity AI Gateway for governance and cost control, Genie for trusted answers and actions, and Lakebase, its serverless Postgres database for AI agents. Databricks also says the financing should support future AI acquisitions and deeper research. New and existing investors are expected to join, but the company has not published a complete list. This is a large vote on enterprise AI infrastructure. The money is aimed at the control plane, grounded assistants, agent databases, research, and acquisitions, rather than a single frontier model. The boundary is financial precision. Databricks disclosed a valuation and a signed term sheet, not the amount raised or a completed closing. Final investors, terms, and deployment of the capital remain open. Today's coding agent radar is about parallelism and control. Claude Code, the 1st of February 2012, turns the /4 command into a copied background session, while Copilot CLI makes multi-turn sub-agents always available for follow-up messages. Claude now backgrounds model context protocol, calls after 2 minutes, adds a resume picker, and caps each session at 200 web searches and 200 sub-agent spawns by default. Copilot sends scheduled prompts as steering messages to busy agents. Anthropic also fixed plan mode, bypassing permissions for file-modifying shell commands and worktree creation following a repository-controlled symlink outside the repository. GitHub labels its Copilot build a pre-release. These changes treat agents as managed workers. The main session stays responsive. Operators can redirect busy agents, and explicit budgets limit runaway search or delegation loops. Copilot is not yet stable, and Claude's caps are configurable, not safety guarantees. Background work creates more state to reconcile, so plans, permissions, diffs, and outputs still require review. AWS's agent story spans 3 layers: a model endpoint, managed retrieval, and open protocol guidance. Grok 4.3 and Managed Knowledge Base are generally available, while Strands shows connections to tools, peer agents, interfaces, and paid resources. Grok runs through Bedrock's OpenAI-compatible Mantle endpoint, with configurable reasoning, text and image input, and a million token context. Managed Knowledge Base handles connectors, parsing, storage, access checks, and retrieval. The knowledge service includes 6 native connectors, real-time source access checks, and hybrid keyword plus semantic search. Strands maps model context protocol to tools, agent to delegation, agent user interaction to interfaces, and X402 to payments. Together, they give builders a familiar model client, managed enterprise grounding, and standard boundaries, reducing the need for a custom adapter for every tool, agent, front-end, or paid service. Limits vary by layer. Grok uses in-region inference without cross-region routing. Managed Knowledge Base lists 8 launch regions. Strands directly supports Model Context Protocol and agent-to-agent, while its agent user interaction and X402 packages are community maintained. China put global AI governance at the center of its World AI Conference. In an official account published at 4:45 p.m. Singapore time, President Xi Jinping said, the World Artificial Intelligence Cooperation Organization, or WAICO, had come into being in Shanghai. Xi's speech paired open-source development with tighter governance. It called for open collaboration and sharing, but also for laws, technical monitoring, early warning, emergency response, and international coordination on strategies, rules, and standards, with an important role for the United Nations. China attached specific capacity commitments, 5,000 AI training and seminar opportunities for developing countries over 5 years, application cooperation centers with 6 named organizations and groupings, and access for 30 countries to the MAZU AI weather warning system. For builders and policymakers, this matters because AI competition is becoming institutional as well as technical. Model access, standards, safety rules, training, and public infrastructure are now instruments of geopolitical alignment, especially across the global south. This is an official government account, not an independent assessment. It announces a body and future commitments, but it does not provide the founding agreement, full membership details, budget, enforcement authority, or delivery milestones. The test is whether governance and capacity programs become operational. Across today's 7 stories, models are getting larger and more multimodal, while competition is shifting toward work surfaces, background agents, enterprise grounding, capital, and global governance. One benchmark or valuation will not decide the winners. Reliability, permissions, regional access, provenance, standards, and system handoffs will matter just as much. That is the final July 17th edition. If this evidence first briefing was useful, subscribe for the next AI Daily and tell us which release deserves a deeper technical breakdown.